Gundam.tk presents high-grade Adele Diva Colors. Hey, what's up again everybody? It's Robert 184, 2Rs, 2Bs from GundamReviews.net, and you can see a modified, color variation of the Wolf team there from the Diva from the second generation. And if you take a look at this pile of empty plates, that means that the high-grade Adele in Diva Colors is completed. And yes, part of the delay was that I had to go and build two of them. And since this is just a color variation, don't forget that you can check out my review of the regular high-grade Adele, and you can see all the details for the parts, the mobile suit, and my verdict on this kit. So when they're all put together, I have to say that I do really like the color scheme of the Adele in general, with that sort of turquoise, and the blue with that little bit of purple mixed in here is just going to make the Diva Colors stand out even more. I only wish we had a Genoese 2 to go along with it. I'd say that the white is going to pop even more, and of course I'm a big fan of the Sparrow shoulders that it's got on there. But it's the numbers on the chest and the cool blue visor that it's got with the seals underneath that are really going to add to their visual appeal. And you know that Bandai's onto something when all they have to do is put two different numbers on a grunt suit and all of a sudden you're going to want to go out and buy more. For comparison time, here you can see Max's mobile suit up against the regular Adele, and again it's just the color difference there to go along with that number on the chest. Of course, when you're putting this on, you're going to have to be pretty careful that you put them on very straight, otherwise you're going to have to regret, or you'll probably regret it. So just put it on most of the way with your tweezers before taking it off. And I should also note that these decals are identical to the regular Adele, they're just sort of rearranged. I was impressed with the advanced grade version of the regular Adele just because it does have that all-important white chest plate there on top of the turquoise, but you can see that there's really no doubting the superiority of the high grades just in terms of looks and extra color apps. Now the Genoese 2 should also be painted up in these Diva colors, so hopefully we'll be getting a high-grade kit from Bandai someday, otherwise people will have to take it into their own hands. And though not the main protagonist of the series, Wolf certainly left a large shadow after the first and second generation, as both Flitz Senpai in the first one, and of course the same for Asum, and more importantly the whole squadron commander, and you can see that his G-Bouncer here is going to have a lot more details despite its very bland coloring with the almost all white there. And it's going to be a lot larger, including a bigger thruster pack there and shield. And the double bullet is certainly going to have the width and the extra colors on there. However, it's the combination of all of these put together that make this kit desirable to buy, I think. Armed up, whether it's a Dodds rifle or a beam saber in hand, and you are going to have the ability to use either blue ones or white ones here because you're going to be getting a lot of leftover parts from the Age 1 normal. They're all going to look cool, and it's also fun to try to recreate that cover art. Although I think a couple of action bases would probably just go a long way to getting them up in that space type, legs kicking out kind of pose there. And since the Adeles are based on the legacy of the Age 1, of course they can take the wares, the Sparrow type I suppose, although they've already got some similarities. The Titus one being famously recreated in a scene where they had a pretty cool launch sequence with the two of them putting on the big shoulders and legs, although remember that I seem to remember that they didn't do all that much in the episode. Anyway, I'm not going to go out and get two HG Tituses though, just to do them both up here. But overall, I think the most important thing is that it's great to see the all-important quintet here from the Diva being 4/5 properly recreated thanks to Bandai's HG line. Overall, you can guess that my verdict for the high-grade Adele in Diva Colors here is going to be pretty positive. It is really cool that they did bring the key parts from the anime, the fact that it has the wear swapping on and off, that you can do that here and it's going to look good, including even with the shoulders. You can pop the red ones right out of the Titus here and put them in there. The most important thing though is that you're going to be getting those EFF seals if you want to put them all over the place, and the 1 and 2, it's nice that they give you both. Of course that makes sense because most people probably aren't going to be going out and buying two. But I have to say that in terms of orders, I wonder if the Diva Colors had come out first, if I would have been purchasing this regular grunt suit. It's always great to fill up your armies, but you'd wonder if just advanced grades could have done the job for half the price. But nonetheless, I'm a big fan of both color schemes, and it's fun to have at least one representative, if not two. And this way, if you want to recreate and have the whole Largan, Wolf, and Flit recreation of the first generation, and then the 5 pilots as you just saw here for the second. Well, anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of releases we'll be getting for the third. Anyway, everybody, why don't you let me know what you think of this Adele in Diva Colors? Are you a fan of the colors, a fan of the suit? Are you tired of putting together Age 1s? I've already done it too many times with the master grades and the high grades, although it isn't that repetitive. Overall, I'm quite surprised. And it's fun to have this, if only because of the numbers and because of Alyssa just being a pretty fun character. Max, a little bit of a throwaway. But anyway, why don't you let me know what you thought of the anime, the suits, and everything else. And, of course, this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you with lots more reviews of everything age-related. See you next time. Alyssa? What are you doing?